In this video, we will talk about the possibility of having various layouts for the same screen of an object and how to set them. We've already seen the case where for the same object, we have two layouts. This is the case of the general section of a work with element. Here's a speaker's layout in view mode, and if we want to change some of the speaker's details, we could access the screen in edit mode to change some of its values. When we saved, we return to the screen in view mode, we open Work with Speakers in GeneXus, the General section, and we see the view mode layout. Here, we see the edit mode layout, which by default is identical to the other one when started, but that we've changed. Let's go back to what we had left unfinished. When viewing a session's detail, we want the list of speakers in that session to be shown as a link, except when the application is run on an iPad. There, we want all the information to be displayed in line. Also, we want to show the tracks in a tab on the right, again, except on the iPad, where we don't want to show it at all. If we look at the layout we've specified for the detail, we can see that it is what we were running in the Android emulator. That is to say, the general section is displayed in line, and the speakers section is shown as a link. Also, we have both tabs for this information and for tracks, respectively. This is the only layout we've defined for this part of the object. We will have to create another one that's used only for the iPad. This screen is opened for us to select the options we need to create this new layout. We have to select the type of layout for iOS, size, iPad, version 7.0, mode, any, for both view and edit, orientations both landscape and portrait. This means that every time we want to use an iPad 7.0 to run a session's detail in any of the two orientations, the screen we're creating will be selected. Next, we're prompted to select the layout template, that is to say, how it will be started. This could be from the only screen we have, the only layout we've created so far, which we don't want, or in the default way. Let's select the default option. For a detail, it corresponds to all section content. We click and see that it was created in the default way. Note that both layouts are now displayed below. The general layout and the specific layout for iPad iOS 7. In this case, the three sections will be loaded because it has all sections content. In addition, since the second and third one have grids, they will be shown as links by default. So we delete all sections content, open the toolbox, and insert the two sections we want, general and speakers. Also in the properties, we set the inline property for speakers. If now we realize that the layout we defined for any platform is only necessary for Android, or more specifically for smartphones, we'll create another layout. This time, for phones. If we want it only for Android phones, we can select it here. If we want to use it for any type of phone, we leave any platform. Now we start it according to the layout that we had, the Any platform. And see how it started for any phone. Now if we look at the detail, we see 3 layouts. We can change the first one, which is the most general of all, delete everything that we had done, and leave the default option with all sections content. In this way, when the application is run on a phone platform, this layout will be automatically selected. On the other hand, if we're running the detail on iPad 7.0, this will be the selected layout. And in any other case, this one will be selected. The various sections will be displayed depending on the platform's features. For every object or object section with layout, we can indicate end screen possibilities. The screen corresponding to the device used will be selected, with no need for you to indicate it. You will only have to set the layouts. In the following video, we will see the navigation styles that can be defined for the application and how to set them.